Question 1. Given the circumstances, Mr. Thompson's company is deploying hybrid cloud to optimize workload management between their private data center and VMware's public cloud services. They need to ensure seamless migration and unified management of virtual machines while maintaining security and compliance. Which VMware solution best supports this requirement by enabling centralized management and secure workload mobility between clouds? A. vCloud Connector, as it provides tools for migrating and managing workloads between private and public clouds with consistent security and management. B. Realize Suite, because it primarily automates its operations but lacks direct migration capabilities between clouds. C. vSphere, since it only handles virtualization within on-premises infrastructure and cannot manage public cloud resources. D. Edge Gateway, which mainly functions as network gateway and firewall but does not manage virtual machine migration. Answer. Correct answer, A. Explanation. vCloud Connector is specifically designed to enable hybrid cloud environments by facilitating workload migration and unified management between on-premises vSphere environments and VMware public clouds. It supports secure, seamless transfers of VMS and VAPs with compliance controls, which Realize Suite, automation-focused, and vSphere on-prem only do not fully provide for hybrid management. Edge Gateway focuses on networking, not workload management, making A the correct and most comprehensive solution. Question 2. As illustrated by a recent deployment scenario, is Garcia's team wants to leverage hybrid cloud benefits for disaster recovery while controlling operational costs. They require rapid scalability during peak demand, but also want to avoid over-provisioning resources in their private data center. What primary advantage does adopting hybrid cloud model provide in this context? A. Cost efficiency by scaling workloads on demand to public cloud during peak periods without long-term capital expenditures. B. Complete elimination of on-premises infrastructure as hybrid cloud fully replaces private data centers. C. Enhanced security by transferring all data permanently to public cloud providers. D. Guaranteed zero downtime without the need for disaster recovery plan. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Option A correctly describes the cost efficiency and scalability benefits of hybrid clouds, allowing dynamic resource allocation to public clouds during peak loads. B is incorrect because hybrid cloud supplements rather than replaces on-prem infrastructure. C is false as hybrid clouds do not guarantee enhanced security by full data transfer. Instead, they balance security between environments. D. Unrealistic. Disaster recovery plans remain essential. The best advantage relevant to the scenario is A. Cost efficiency and scalability. Question 3. From a practical standpoint, Mr. Patel is configuring network services within AIMA hybrid cloud environment. He needs to implement secure connectivity and manage IP address translation between on-premises and public cloud workloads. Which VMware networking component within vCloud Air will best fulfill these requirements? A. Edge Gateway, as it offers firewall, NAT, and VPN services necessary for secure hybrid cloud networking. B. vSphere, which only manages compute virtualization without specific networking features. C. Realize Suite, primarily an orchestration and automation tool lacking network control features. D. vCloud Connector, designed for workload migration, not network traffic management. Answer. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Edge Gateway is the VMware component that handles essential hybrid cloud networking functions, including firewalling, network address translation, NAT, and VPN connectivity between private and public clouds. vSphere does not handle these network-specific tasks, while Realize Suite focuses on automation, and vCloud Connector is for workload migration. Hence, A is the accurate choice for secure, flexible cloud networking. Question 4. Taking into account recent cloud architecture trends, Kim is evaluating the deployment models available for her company's cloud strategy. She must choose a model that balances control over sensitive data with the ability to burst compute resources externally during demand spikes. Which cloud deployment model aligns best with this requirement? A. Hybrid cloud, because it combines private cloud control with public cloud scalability for dynamic workload bursts. B. Public cloud, offering full external resource access but limited control over data privacy. C. Private cloud, providing maximum data control but limited scalability outside the internal environment. D. Community cloud, sharing resources among similar organizations but not designed for dynamic bursting. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Hybrid cloud is the ideal model for balancing data control and bursting capabilities, making A the correct choice. Public cloud offers scalability but less data control. B. Private cloud maximizes control but restricts scalability. C. And community cloud is more for shared industry needs than bursting. Therefore, A aligns best with Kim's business goals. Question 5. During the process of workload migration, Lee notices that the transfer between his on-premises vSphere environment and vCloud Air public cloud is slower than expected, risking SA violations. What key factor related to vCloud connectors architecture could most significantly impact migration speed, and how should it be addressed? A. Network bandwidth and latency between the source and destination clouds. Optimizing network paths or scheduling transfers during off-peak hours can improve throughput. B. The CPU speed of the source host, since vCloud connector processes migrations only using local compute power. C. Storage type differences, as vCloud connector cannot transfer VMS across different storage tiers. D. User role permissions, which if misconfigured, completely block migration attempts rather than slowing them down. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Migration speed is primarily affected by network bandwidth and latency, as vCloud connector depends on efficient data transfer between environments. Therefore, A correctly identifies the key factor and potential mitigation steps. CPU speed at source. B is less relevant to data transfer rates, and vCloud connectors support storage tier differences. C, they may require adjustments, but they don't inherently slow transfers. Misconfigured permissions. D, cause failure, not speed reduction. Question 6. From the perspective of VMware's hybrid cloud management, Silver needs to automate the deployment and scaling of applications across a hybrid environment with integrated monitoring and proactive issue detection. Which VMware product suite best supports this multi-cloud management and orchestration requirement? A. Realize Suite, providing automation, orchestration, monitoring, and analytics across hybrid clouds for effective lifecycle management. B. vSphere, focused on virtualization infrastructure management but lacking extensive automation and orchestration capabilities. C. vCloud Connector, which handles workload transfer but does not provide orchestration or monitoring services. D. Edge Gateway, networking device without automation or monitoring functions. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. The correct answer is A. Realize Suite, as it offers comprehensive tools for automating deployment, scaling, and monitoring applications in hybrid clouds. vSphere manages virtual infrastructure but lacks advanced orchestration. vCloud Connector only facilitates workload migration, and Edge Gateway focuses solely on networking functions, making D incorrect here. Question 7. Considering the evidence from hybrid cloud deployments, Novak needs to implement a disaster recovery solution that minimizes downtime and data loss by replicating on-premises workloads to the cloud. Which VMware hybrid cloud service is specifically designed to provide this functionality? A. Disaster recovery as a service draws via vCloud Air, enabling cloud-based replication and failover of workloads. B. Dedicated cloud, which provides dedicated infrastructure but does not inherently offer disaster recovery replication. C. Virtual private cloud, mainly a virtualized network segment without specific disaster recovery capabilities. D. vCloud Connector, designed for migration but not continuous repli for disaster recovery. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Draws-in vCloud Air is purpose-built for replicating on-premises workloads to the cloud to ensure rapid recovery with minimal data loss. Dedicated cloud and virtual private cloud provide infrastructure and networking, but not targeted disaster recovery replication. vCloud Connector migrates workloads but is not a Docker replication tool. Hence A is correct. Question 8. In the context of data protection, Huang wants to ensure that her hybrid cloud environment complies with regulatory requirements by controlling access and encrypting data both at rest and in transit. Which security principle should be prioritized to meet these objectives? A. Implementing strict role-based access controls are back combined with end-to-end encryption mechanisms across cloud workloads. B. Relying solely on perimeter firewall protection without internal access controls or encryption. C. Using only encryption at rest while ignoring data encryption during network transit. D. Delegating all security responsibilities to the public cloud provider without internal governance. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Option A correctly prioritizes RBAC and encryption to enforce compliance and protect data in hybrid environments. Sole reliance on perimeter firewalls. B. Is insufficient for modern hybrid clouds due to internal threats and data movement. Encryption only at rest. C. Leaves data vulnerable during transit. Delegating security entirely. D. Risks gaps in governance. Therefore, A is the comprehensive approach needed. Question 9. While examining cloud service models, ISTA Fernandez is tasked with selecting the model that provides the highest level of abstraction, delivering software applications directly to end users without requiring infrastructure management. Which cloud service model fits this description? A. Software as a service SOS, offering ready-to-use software applications accessed over the internet without managing infrastructure. B. Infrastructure as a service IaaS, where users manage virtualized infrastructure but not the physical hardware. C. Platform as a service PaaS, providing a platform for developers but requiring some application management. D. Hybrid as a service HOS, which is not a standard cloud service model. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. SOS is the model where users consume software directly without managing infrastructure, making A the correct answer. IaaS provides virtual infrastructure management. B. PaaS offers development platforms requiring application management. C. And HOS is not a recognized standard model. D. Therefore, A accurately matches the highest abstraction level for end users. Question 10. By evaluating the merits of cloud characteristics, Is O'Connor must select which of the 5 essential NIST cloud characteristics primarily enables rapid provisioning and elasticity of resources in hybrid cloud environment. Which characteristic best fits this requirement? A. On-demand self-service, allowing users to provision and scale resources automatically without human intervention. B. Resource pooling, referring to sharing resources among multiple users but not directly enabling rapid provisioning. C. Measured service, involving monitoring usage for billing rather than resource scaling. D. Broad network access, describing access from various devices but not provisioning speed. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. On-demand self-service. A is the key characteristic enabling users to rapidly provision and elastically scale resources, automatically matching the scenario. Resource pooling. B relates to multi-tenancy but doesn't guarantee speed. Measured service. C pertains to billing, transparency, and broad network access. D ensures access flexibility. Thus, A is the correct choice here. Question 11. Considering the evidence from hybrid cloud adoption, Rivera is tasked with selecting a cloud deployment model for her enterprise that requires complete ownership of infrastructure, enhanced data privacy, and the ability to integrate with public cloud bursting for unpredictable workloads. Which deployment model best suits her requirements? A. Public cloud, as it offers scalable resources but limited control over infrastructure and privacy. B. Private cloud, providing total infrastructure control but lacks inherent bursting capabilities without hybrid integration. C. Hybrid cloud, combining private cloud control with public cloud elasticity to handle bursting demands efficiently. D. Community cloud, which shares resources between organizations but may not enterprise-specific privacy needs. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Hybrid cloud best meets Rivera's needs by offering control and privacy via private infrastructure while allowing bursting to public clouds for variable demands. Public cloud A lacks control, private cloud B limits scalability without hybrid components, and community cloud D is less tailored for enterprise use. Thus, C is the ideal balance of privacy and flexibility. Question 12. Under the assumption that Mr. Jenkins wants to monitor real-time performance and automate responses for his hybrid cloud workloads running across vSphere and vCloud, which VMware tool or suite is best suited for achieving this integrated operational insight and automation? A. Realize suite offering unified monitoring, analytics, and automated remediation across hybrid cloud environments. B. vCloud connector, primarily focused on workload migration without comprehensive monitoring or automation. C. Edge gateway, designed for network security but lacking monitoring and automation capabilities. D. vSphere client, used for managing virtual machines but does not provide advanced hybrid cloud automation. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Realize Suite is purpose-built for unified monitoring and automation across hybrid clouds, giving Mr. Jenkins actionable insights and automatic issue resolution. vCloud connector. B. Handles migration-only edge gateway. C. Focuses on network security. And vSphere client. D. Is limited to VM management, not hybrid cloud orchestration. Hence A is correct. Question 13. When faced with the task of securely connecting on-premises data centers to VMware's public cloud infrastructure, Mr. Ahmed is evaluating networking solutions that provide VPN connectivity, firewall policies, and NAT translation. Which VMware hybrid cloud networking feature should he prioritize to meet these needs? Edge Gateway, as it delivers comprehensive networking services including VPN, firewall, and NAT critical for hybrid cloud security. B. vSphere distributed switch, which handles internal virtual networking but not hybrid cloud edge services. C. vCloud connector, which facilitates workload migration but does not manage network services. D. Realize network insight, focused on network analytics rather than direct VPN. Firewall provisioning. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. Edge Gateway is the best choice because it provides essential network security services like VPN, NAT, and firewalling within hybrid cloud architectures. vSphere Distributed Switch B manages internal virtual networking but lacks edge connectivity. vCloud Connector C focuses on workload migration and Realize Network Insight. D is for analytics, not direct network security functions. Therefore, A is correct. Question 14. In light of recent developments, Ms. O'Neill wants to ensure that her virtual machines in hybrid cloud environment can be rapidly provisioned with minimal manual intervention, including automatically configuring compute, storage, and network resources. Which VMware product or feature best facilitates this automated provisioning process? Realize Automation, within the Realize suite, which orchestrates automated VM provisioning and infrastructure lifecycle management. B. vCloud connector, which supports migration but not provisioning automation. C. vSphere client, which provides manual VM management without full automation capabilities. D. Edge gateway, which is unrelated to VM provisioning and focuses on network services. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Realize Automation, part of the Realize suite, is the platform designed to automate VM provisioning and infrastructure orchestration across hybrid environments, making A the correct answer. vCloud connector. B is migration-focused vSphere client. C is manual and edge gateway. D handles networking, not provisioning. Question 15. From the perspective of hybrid cloud security, Mr. Gonzalez must implement least privilege access control to ensure that users can only perform tasks necessary for their roles within the vCloud Air environment. Which mechanism or practice should he implement to enforce this security principle effectively? A. Role-based access control (RBAC), which assigns permissions based on user roles, limiting access according to job function. B. Firewall rules at Edge Gateway, which restrict network traffic but do not control user permissions. C. Encrypting data at rest, which protects stored data but does not manage user access rights. D. Using default administrator accounts for all users to simplify access. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. RBAC is the correct mechanism to enforce least privilege by granting permissions aligned with roles, minimizing excessive access. Firewall rules. B. Control traffic, not user roles. Encryption. C. Protects data confidentiality but doesn't regulate permissions. The default admin accounts. D. Violate least privilege by granting broad access. Question 16. When analyzing the merits of VMware's dedicated cloud service, Martinez needs to understand its primary business advantage over virtual private cloud in hybrid cloud deployments. What is the key benefit of dedicated cloud compared to virtual private cloud? A. Dedicated cloud offers physically isolated infrastructure providing enhanced performance and compliance for sensitive workloads. B. Virtual private cloud provides physical isolation but lacks dedicated hardware for individual tenants. C. Dedicated cloud does not support hybrid connectivity, whereas virtual private cloud does. D. Virtual private cloud exclusively serves multi-tenant workloads without dedicated guarantees. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. Dedicated cloud offers isolated, single-tenant hardware for performance and compliance benefits, unlike virtual private cloud which shares physical resources across tenants but provides logical isolation. A is correct because it highlights the dedicated hardware advantage. The other options either confuse the isolation types or connectivity capabilities. Question 17. The fundamental question is, when migrating legacy applications to a hybrid cloud using VMware solutions, what is the primary challenge related to data migration that teams must anticipate and plan for? A. Data consistency and integrity during transfer, ensuring minimal downtime and preventing data corruption across environments. B. The inability to migrate virtual machines between private and public clouds using VMware tools. C. Lack of security features during migration, making all data transfers inherently vulnerable. D. Complete automation of data migration with zero manual configuration required. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Ensuring data consistency and integrity during migration is a primary challenge to avoid downtime or corruption, which must be carefully planned. VMware tools do support VM migration. B. Migration can be secured with proper configurations. C. And full automation is rarely realistic without some manual steps. D. Therefore, A is the accurate challenge. Question 18. By comparing cloud service models, Mr. Sanders wants to select one that provides the most control over the operating system and runtime environment but abstracts the underlying physical infrastructure. Which cloud service model aligns with his needs? A. Platform as a service PaaS offering control over applications and OS while abstracting hardware infrastructure management. B. Infrastructure as a service IaaS providing control over hardware but limited OS management. C. Software as a service SaaS where users only access software without OS control. D. Function as a service FOS focusing on serverless execution without OS level control. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. PaaS offers developers control over OS, runtime, and applications while abstracting physical infrastructure, matching Mr. Sanders' needs. IaaS provides control over virtual hardware, not the physical layer. B. SOS hides SOS and runtime entirely. C. FOS abstracts the platform further. D. Hence A is the correct match. Question 19. During workload provisioning, Wilson needs to choose storage options within VMware's hybrid cloud environment that balance performance and cost. Which storage characteristic typically offers the best trade-off between cost and performance for general-purpose hybrid cloud workloads? A. Tiered storage combining SSD for performance-critical data and HDD for less frequently accessed data. B. All-flash storage providing highest performance but at significantly higher costs. C. Cold storage, optimized for archival but unsuitable for active workloads. D. Tape storage, offering low cost but extremely poor performance. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Tiered storage A is often the optimal balance for hybrid workloads combining speed and cost efficiency. All-flash B is high performance but expensive. Cold C and tape D storage are unsuitable for active workloads due to latency. So A is the best trade-off, not B. Question 20. When evaluating the use case of hybrid cloud bursting for seasonal demand spikes, Mr. Chang must understand the operational benefits and challenges. Which of the following best describes a key operational challenge in implementing cloud bursting within VMware's hybrid cloud? A. Maintaining consistent security policies and compliance across both private and public cloud environments during bursting. B. Unlimited and cost-free scalability to the public cloud without any additional management overhead. C. Instantaneous workload migration without any configuration or network considerations. D. Complete elimination of on-premises resource management during bursting events. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Ensuring security and compliance consistency across environments is a major challenge in cloud bursting, requiring careful governance. B is incorrect as scaling incurs costs and management. C ignores configuration and networking needs. D is false since on-premises resources still require management. Therefore, A best describes the challenge. Question 21. Taking into account the evidence from hybrid cloud adoption, Mr. Collins is designing a solution that allows his enterprise to dynamically allocate resources between their private cloud and VMware's public cloud for workload bursting during unpredictable demand spikes. Which VMware hybrid cloud feature best enables this dynamic resource allocation while maintaining unified management and security? A. vCloud Connector, enabling seamless migration and management of workloads between on-premises and public clouds with consistent security policies. B. Edge Gateway, focused on firewall and VPN services but not workload allocation or migration. C. Realize Suite, which provides automation and orchestration but lacks direct workload migration capabilities. D. vSphere distributed switch designed for internal networking within vSphere but not hybrid cloud resource allocation. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. vCloud Connector is specifically designed to facilitate workload mobility and unified management across private and public clouds, supporting dynamic resource allocation required for bursting. Edge Gateway B handles network security but not workload migration. Realize Suite C focuses on automation but depends on vCloud Connector for migration. vSphere distributed switch D manages internal networking only, hence A is correct. Question 22. Under the assumption that Ms. Wong needs to ensure secure and scalable VPN connections between her enterprise's private cloud and VMware's public cloud, which component of VMware's hybrid cloud solution should she implement to handle network address translation, NAT firewalling, and VPN services? Edge Gateway, which provides comprehensive network services such as NAT, firewall, and VPN for hybrid cloud connectivity. B. vCloud Connector Server, which facilitates workload migration but does not manage network traffic. C. Realize Automation, primarily used for orchestration and automation, not direct network services. D. vSphere Hypervisor, responsible for compute virtualization without network service functions. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Edge Gateway delivers essential network security and connectivity features like NAT, VPN, and firewall policies critical for hybrid cloud architectures. vCloud Connector Server B is focused on migration, not networking. Realize Automation C automates infrastructure but does not provide direct VPN or firewall services. vSphere Hypervisor D handles virtualization without network service capabilities. Therefore, A is correct. Question 23. In the context of hybrid cloud security, Mr. Davis wants to apply the principle of least privilege to user access within his VMware environment, ensuring that users have only the permissions necessary for their roles. Which VMware feature should he leverage to effectively enforce this security best practice? A. Role-based access control (RBAC), which assigns permissions based on defined user roles, limiting unnecessary access. B. Encryption at rest, which secures stored data but does not manage user permissions. C. Firewall rules on Edge Gateway, controlling network traffic rather than user privileges. D. Default administrator privileges for all users to simplify management. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. RBAC is a fundamental security control that restricts user permissions to those required by their role, thereby enforcing least privilege. Encryption B protects data but does not control access rights. Firewall rules C limit network traffic but don't manage user roles. Default admin privileges D violate the principle of least privilege, increasing security risks. Thus A is correct. Question 24. When evaluating cloud deployment models, Carter needs a solution that maximizes control over infrastructure and data privacy while allowing integration with public cloud resources for additional scalability. Which cloud model should she select? A. Hybrid cloud, because it combines private cloud control with public cloud scalability for bursting and flexibility. B. Public cloud offering broad scalability but limited direct control over infrastructure. C. Private cloud providing full control but limited scalability without external integration. D. Community cloud focused on shared resources within a specific group but less flexible for enterprise needs. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Hybrid cloud delivers the best of both worlds. Private cloud control for sensitive data and infrastructure, plus public cloud resources for scalability. Public cloud, B, lacks control. Private cloud, C, lacks elastic scalability. And community cloud, D, is more niche focused. Therefore, A is the correct choice. Question 25. From the perspective of VMware, hybrid cloud management is to foster needs, a toolset that provides automated deployment, lifecycle management, and proactive monitoring of applications running across multiple clouds. Which VMware product suite aligns best with these requirements? A. Realize Suite, which integrates automation, orchestration, and monitoring for hybrid cloud environments. B. vCloud Connector, designed for migrating workloads but lacking orchestration and monitoring capabilities. C. Edge Gateway, focused solely on networking and security, not application lifecycle management. D. vSphere Client, which provides basic VM management without advanced automation features. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Realize Suite is VMware's comprehensive platform for automating deployment, lifecycle management, and monitoring across hybrid clouds. vCloud Connector, B, supports migration-only Edge Gateway. C is network device, and vSphere Client, D, provides manual VM management without automation. Thus, A is the correct choice. Question 26. Considering the challenges of workload migration, Patel's team is planning move from their private cloud to VMware's public cloud. What is the most critical factor they must ensure during migration to prevent data loss and minimize downtime? A. Maintaining data consistency and integrity throughout the migration process with proper synchronization and validation mechanisms. B. Migrating virtual machines only during off-peak hours, regardless of data consistency. C. Disabling security controls to speed up data transfer. D. Ignoring network bandwidth considerations as it does not affect migration quality. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Ensuring data consistency and integrity during migration is critical to avoid data loss and service disruption. Migrating only during off-peak hours. B. Supports minimal downtime but without maintaining consistency. A. The migration risks data corruption. Disabling security. C. Risks data breaches, and ignoring bandwidth. D. Impacts migration speed and quality. Therefore, A is the right focus. Question 27. Within the framework of hybrid cloud storage options, Istinian wants to optimize for both performance and cost efficiency for general workloads. Which VMware storage approach typically balances these needs best? A. Tiered storage combining high-performance SSDs with cost-effective ATDS to match workload demands. B. All-flash storage for all workloads, regardless of performance requirements. C. Tape storage for active data workloads. D. Cold storage for frequently accessed data. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Tiered storage offers a balance by assigning high-performance SSDs to critical workloads and cost-efficient HDDs to less demanding data. Or flash. B is expensive and not cost-effective for all workloads. Tape. C and cold storage. D are designed for archival or infrequent access, not active workloads. Hence, A is correct. Question 20. When analyzing VMware hybrid cloud service models, Edwards needs a model that provides full control over virtual machines and operating systems, but abstracts the underlying physical hardware management. Which model fits this description? A. Infrastructure as a service IaaS, which offers virtualized hardware and OS control without physical hardware management. B. Platform as a service PaaS, which abstracts OS management but focuses on application deployment. C. Software as a service SaaS, providing fully managed software applications with no control over OS or hardware. D. Disaster recovery as a service draws, focused on replication and failover but VM or OS control. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. IaaS delivers virtual machines with OS control while abstracting physical infrastructure management. PaaS. B. Abstracts OS. SaaS. C. Abstracts all management and draws. D. Is a disaster recovery solution, not a service model for VM control. Thus, A is the correct choice. Question 29. Given the circumstances, is Mitchell needs to enforce encryption on data both at rest and in transit across a VMware hybrid cloud environment? Which practice best aligns with achieving this security goal? A. Implementing end-to-end encryption combined with proper key management policies across storage and network layers. B. Encrypting only data stored on physical disks, ignoring network data flows. C. Relying solely on perimeter firewalls to protect data transmissions. D. Using default encryption keys provided by the cloud provider without additional controls. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. End-to-end encryption with key management A ensures comprehensive protection of data at rest and in transit. Encrypting only storage data. B. Neglects network vulnerabilities. Perimeter firewalls. C. Are insufficient alone to protect data in transit, and default keys. D. Pose risks due to lack of control. Therefore, A is the best practice. Question 30. To what extent does vCloud Connector facilitate hybrid cloud workload mobility, and what is a key limitation administrators should be aware of when using it? A. It enables workload migration across clouds but requires compatible vSphere versions and network connectivity for successful transfers. B. It automatically optimizes workload performance without administrator intervention. C. It manages network security policies between clouds during migration. D. It provides complete automation of all hybrid cloud management tasks. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. vCloud Connector facilitates workload migration but depends on compatible vSphere versions and stable network connectivity. A. It does not automatically optimize performance. B. Manage network security policies. C. Or provide full automation of management tasks. D. Thus, A accurately describes its capabilities and limitations.